I could bottle up all of the feelings I had, you know, just before going on stage, being on stage, playing, walking off stage, the whole experience, if I could bottle that up and keep it, I would. Hello my lovelies, I hope you're well. It's currently almost 5:45 on Tuesday the 29th of June, and I'm currently sitting here editing a video for the British Bandsman. That's what I'm currently doing at the moment. And I had a thought, and I know when I have thoughts I know it's dangerous, you know, thinking is dangerous, but I realised that I hadn't updated this channel in quite a long time. To put things into perspective, I moved house in February this year. It is currently June and I haven't made a video since we moved house. So that needed rectifying. But I've been wondering what to film about. I've done quite a lot of sort of sit down videos and I don't really want to carry on doing that. So I thought, at the moment I'm currently helping out Wingates Band at the Brass Pass concert at the weekend, which I'm very excited about, and it's one of the first big events since the pandemic. And what a better way, what a better excuse to create some content. But then I carried on thinking and realised that actually on the day I don't know how much footage I'm going to be able to get. There's lots of things that need to happen before we go on stage. I don't know how much footage I'll be able to get from the actual day, and also more importantly, like, the band has put a lot of work in to this concert, into this programme, and I'm a guest at the end of the day, and you know, I don't want to distract people too much by like putting cameras in their faces and stuff like that. So, you know, the day I'm going to have to play by ear, and I wasn't sure how much footage, so I knew I couldn't do a video solely on that, or there's a chance I can't do a video solely on that. So I had another idea, and that is basically to give you a week in the life of going back to band, because it's been a long time since I've had a full-on week of band related stuff because of the pandemic. So this week I've got a lot to do. Rehearsal with my band Freckleton last night. I'm at Wingates tonight. I'm at Wingates on Thursday, Wingates on Friday, then obviously the gig is on Saturday morning. And also I've got deadlines for British Bandsman, I've got stuff to do for the blog, and I just thought I'd take you on my very brass band orientated week. Yes, the plan today is we've got rehearsal at 8 o'clock, so I've got about an hour to sort this video out because I've also got a British Bandsman deadline this evening, so that needs sorting. I'm currently editing it and swearing a little bit at the screen because lining the video with my audio just isn't working for some reason, and those of you who have done like the socially distanced brass band videos will know the agony of lining audio with video. But tonight is going to be quite fun. I mean, they've all been fun rehearsals. I've really enjoyed popping along to Wingates rehearsals. I'm very thankful that they've decided to put up with me. But tonight, the legend that is Richard Evans is coming to rehearsal, which is very exciting because he is going to be the narrator in Wingates' performance of Fireworks, which is the test piece that's been assigned to Wingates, which is a test piece I've heard before, never played it until obviously now, and it's very exciting, and it's exciting to have him involved, I think, considering it was the test piece that he won with Wingates at the British Open. I think it was 1970s, I think, I can't remember the year off the top of my head. But I just think the sort of historical significance of it is really nice. I'm very much looking forward to that. And as always, I know, and we know this, those who've followed the blog for a while know that I am terrible when it comes to like famous people in banding. I mean, I'm not famous, but you know, well-respected people in banding. I just go to pieces and become all starstruck. Okay, one video done and exported. One quick change. Let's go to band. We are back. It's currently 11:20. I should be in bed, but what I'm doing is proofreading the article that goes with my video for the British Bandsman. I'm going to see if I can write a blog post before bed. I'm not that tired yet. This is where I'm going to bed at 2 AM by accident because I get sucked down a content rabbit hole because I start having ideas, and on the way back from band tonight I had loads and loads of ideas in my head of stuff that I can write about and create videos about. I just kind of feel like I want to get them all done now. In terms of rehearsal tonight, it was really good. I really enjoyed the rehearsal tonight. We were put in a different position than normal. So second cornets, which is the seat I'm playing on, we were on the front row, like right in front of the conductor, which was a weird dynamic because obviously I'm hearing, you know, we're hearing the solo cornets behind us and soprano and stuff behind us, and third cornets were behind us. So it's kind of a weird dynamic, but you know what it made me do? And it's something that I've noticed that has kind of become lax since sort of the pandemic and not being at regular rehearsals. Listening really got me to listen. And although it was uncomfortable in places, you know, tuning wise and stuff like that, it was a useful exercise in my mind for getting me to listen to what's going on around me and taking a bit more note of what's going on around me rather than having this sort of tunnel vision. This event, it's not a normal event. And you know, there have been comments and events have happened due to the use of bell covers. I have my own sort of opinions on the events that have happened due to bell covers having to be used. And yes, I don't like using them. I never will like using them in terms of like things like tuning, intonation. Just, you feel restrained by them, they're a pain. I don't like them. But I want to go and play on Saturday. And I want to have that experience that I've been missing for so long, playing in front of an audience. And other bands clearly feel the same because they're still going. And bands have got to make the decision for what's right for them, you know. No matter what your opinion is on situations like this, bands have got to do what they feel is right for them. But will it be my best performance ever? No. Will the bell covers probably have an impact on bands' performances? Probably. But for me, it's like many things in life. It means I can carry on playing. You know, it's a variable that is unpleasant and is a pain, but it means I can play. And as a band and as a community of bands who are going out and playing on Saturday, you know, we're getting to do something that we have complained that we can't do for 15 months. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. But yeah, I am excited to finally just step out on the stage and entertain a group of people. And, you know, I'm inspired by all people that I play alongside, whether I'm depping or a fully fledged member of the band. But to see a band wanting to perform and wanting to get better and make an effort to put a performance together, and to have the honour, and it is the utmost honour and privilege to be part of a performance of a piece that has so much significance for one absolute stalwart of the banding community, and playing alongside him doing the narration, it's added a whole new meaning to this performance at the weekend. And so, bell covers or not, whatever, I really don't care. I can't wait for the weekend. You know, it is what it is. Maybe it's the bit for another day, maybe it's not. You know, it's one of them. I don't want to put a negative spin on anything at the moment because I'm just grateful to play. I'm going to proofread this, I'm going to have a shower, I'm going to get to bed, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Are we on? We are on. So one thing of filming on an actual camera and not on like your forward facing phone, you can't actually tell if you're recording or not, which is a bit of a pain. But happy Thursday. We are now 2 days before the concert. Why did I have to think about that? It's Thursday, the concert's on Saturday. Mental maths, not my strong point clearly today. And it is currently 10 to 6, so we've got just over an hour before we've got to leave for band. So I'm going to use this time to try and get, I think it's about 8 bars of fireworks, and it's really quiet. And let me just tell you how my brain works, right? So it's a dotted crotchet rest, but then sort of what would be a crotchet following it, because of the way, you know, bars add up, it would then be 2 quavers tied, and then so on, then a quaver, then a couple of quavers, then a dotted quaver rest. And for some reason my brain just goes eh, when it's written like that, and I don't know why, because I can count a dotted crotchet as a note. When it comes to a rest, my brain just can't do the maths, and so I've not been playing it where it should be, and I know I've not been playing it where it should be, which is annoying in itself. And at this point, it's supposed to be muted in the original, but obviously because of bell covers, that's, you know, we don't know yet if we can do that. So I'm currently practicing it with a mute and with a bell cover, so we've got all bases covered. So then there's no excuses for it to not be right. So yeah, I'm gonna go and use this next hour-ish just to see if I can get that part on my belt. The eagle-eyed amongst you may notice that my lips look like really pink. It's not like I've had some kind of allergic reaction. I had red lipstick on today and I've just taken it off to practice and it's stained my lips, which isn't ideal. Also, don't know if you can hear that. That's Rob practicing upstairs. I'm practicing downstairs. Banders living together. How neighbours cope living next to banders, I will never know. It's this bit, not this bit.
There are two different kinds of tuba.
I think it's my favourite bit of the whole piece, the whole recording. There are two different kinds of tuba. I'm going to split in this piece and know precisely where it is. It's coming up now. I'm not going to split. But, ooh, dog. But if I am going to split, it's this entry. Yeah! I'm so terrified. I think it's a top F sharp. And I'm convinced in my head that because I've been getting it every time in rehearsal, I know that's going to be the note I end up splarting all around the theatre. Caught on camera. It won't be though. It won't be. Happy Friday! It is concert eve, which is very exciting. We've got one more rehearsal tonight, obviously, a bit earlier than normal. But yeah, it's starting to sink in just a little bit that we're actually performing a gig tomorrow, which is very exciting. I think it kind of started settling in sort of like last night. When we were running through an arrangement of Millionaire's Waltz, which is a song by Queen, and those of you who know me personally or followed the blog for a while know how much I adore Queen, but it's arranged by Adam Taylor, and when I say that this arrangement is insane, it is so good. It is so good. But we kind of ran through it last night as if we were running through it on stage, and I could just like envisage us playing it in front of the audience and actually being on stage, and I started getting that little flutter of excitement, bit of nerves, but mostly excitement. It did start sinking in that this is going to happen. It's going to happen on Saturday. I've been suffering with a bad case of COVID paranoia, like, you know, when you organise something and then COVID just gets in the way and ends up being cancelled, and I feel like that was going to be like one of those events where like I got really excited for it and that ended up being cancelled. So I've been nervous about that, and fingers crossed it does seem like it's going to go ahead and nothing's going to jeopardise it. So, but yeah, I'm really excited, and like it's really, like, I do feel like a kid before Christmas. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to sleep tonight. Partly because I'm so excited, but partly because I'm probably going to go through all the different scenarios that could potentially go wrong involving me, like tripping over on stage. It wouldn't be the night before a banding event without that happening, so well prepared for that. I will apologise now because I will look like a character from The Walking Dead tomorrow morning, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it is really exciting. It's exciting that we're actually going to be performing tomorrow, and I'm excited for the band. I know it's not my band, you know, I'm a guest, but I'm excited for them to get the appreciation from the audience, because like I've only been involved in the process for the last couple of weeks, but the amount of work that they have put in is astounding. You know, preparing for every eventuality, whether we need to use bell covers, mutes, whatever it is that we need to do, they have prepared themselves so well and have worked so hard on a programme that it ain't easy. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Like, even sitting in I'm playing bottom second tomorrow, and that's not been easy. They've not been easy parts. Like when you start looking at the little nuances in each piece, it's not easy to play them well. It's not easy. But yeah, the amount of hard work they've put in has been astounding. You know, not making excuses for anything, just getting the job done and doing the best that they can do. And that as a dep makes you care, and you want to do the best that you can do because you don't want to let them down, even though you're not like a fully fledged member of the band. Like, you don't want to let them down because they've put so much work into it. So it's going to be a really exciting day tomorrow, I think. and I can't wait to see how it feels to be back on the stage again and to be in front of an audience. I feel like it's going to be an emotional day tomorrow. I mean, we all know I'm getting soft in my old age, so I do cry at the drop of a hat. I mean, I cried the first time that I played a hymn tune with nearly a full band in one of the more fuller rehearsals since the restrictions were lifted with my band Freckleton. I did cry. We played Irish Blessing and I was in tears because it was the first time we played like with a full band sound or a fuller band sound, so God knows how I'm going to cope tomorrow. But yeah, one more sleep. I don't think I've ever been so excited to go to Halifax. Good morning, happy Saturday, morning of the concert. It's a glorious day, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it yet. It's practically tropical. And by tropical I mean monsoon weather. It's absolutely stunning, but I don't really care because we're playing a gig today with an audience. I'll show you something. Can we just appreciate my bag? Oh, it's so cool. That's it, that's all. I just needed to show you that. I thought it was quite cool. But yeah, we are about to set off for the concert. About to set off to go to Halifax. Be a lovely drive in this weather. I'm hoping we've got a brolly in the boot. I've got that horrible feeling which I haven't missed, you know, when you do concerts and contests. That horrible dreaded feeling that you've forgotten something. And I'm hoping I've not. So I'm going to go and check now to make sure I've got everything. So I'm not panicking all the way to Halifax. Oh, let's be honest, I'm going to be panicking all the way to Halifax that I've forgotten something, aren't I? I am, it's me. I am going to panic that I've forgotten something. Oh well. We have arrived, and I can safely say that it is just as wet in Halifax as it was at home. It is still chucking it down. Right, so we're on a car park. I don't know where we need to go, so we need to go and find where we're going. But yeah, it's all becoming very real now. In search of a pub. We've been told which pub we're going to, but we're not sure where it is. But very good gig. Hello, it is Sunday, it's the day after the gig, and I am definitely recording, which is good. This is why I prefer using my phone for vlogging. I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it is the day after the gig. I won't lie to you, I am absolutely shattered. I think a week of rehearsals and a full-on day yesterday is just, I think I'm just getting old. I'm so tired. I think I'm just emotionally drained as well, in the best way. Because yesterday, I wish I could have shown more of it to you. Like I said right at the very beginning of the video, you know, it was being filmed by Brass Pass. I didn't want to encroach too much on that, as it was their event. And most importantly, I didn't want to put the band off in any way, as this was such an important event to the band and to the organisers. You know, I wanted to be respectful of that. But I thought I'd just give you my thoughts of the event and what happened sort of behind the scenes, the bits that I couldn't show you. I felt it was extremely well organised, in my opinion, as a person who was playing in the event. Let's talk about it from a playing point of view on stage, because I imagine quite a few of you who didn't get to play are interested in what it was like on stage. Obviously it was in a theatre, it was on a stage, so you know, there's curtains and everything. It was quite dead as an acoustic, you know, there was no life in that acoustic on stage. So from that point of view alone, before you added sort of bell covers and the plastic shields in place, you know, it was quite a dead acoustic, and you did feel at times that you are playing on your own a little bit, which, you know, I'm used to. You know, I've played in similar acoustics before COVID, so I was kind of anticipating that and getting ready to listen to things like tuning and counting like mad, because obviously you can't always hear what's going on around you because of an acoustic like that. Then adding the bell covers and the plastic shield made it a little bit more tricky to kind of figure out what was going on around you. This entire process, and I'll talk about that a bit at the end, you know, I feel like it has been a good learning curve, and it really taught me to be a better musician on stage, you know, to watch the conductor like a hawk, which at times, you know, I'm guilty of not doing, and, you know, to be confident that you know your own part because you've done the work. But from a player's point of view, in terms of the way of the technicalities, you know, I enjoyed every second of it, and if I could bottle up all of the feelings I had, you know, just before going on stage, being on stage, playing, walking off stage, the whole experience, if I could bottle that up and keep it, I would, because I'm kind of having that feeling now, you know, when you've gone and done something that was just amazing, felt amazing, really enjoyed it, and every time you think about it you get that flutter of excitement just remembering how it felt, but also that kind of bittersweet feeling of like, I'm probably, you know, that's never going to happen again, I'm never going to be able to live yesterday again, and I really want to like rewind and do it again. The only way I can describe it is similar to how I felt going to the British Open for the first time. Like I just wanted to like press rewind and do it again, and press rewind and do it again, and I kind of want to do that with yesterday. Like it was just, oh, it was so good. And like I'm really grateful to Wingates for playing with them, because you know, it's always, especially when you're like me and like bloody nervous about everything, and you know, quite nervous around, you know, new people, you know, people that you're not meeting up with regularly. And with a band that's working hard towards a performance like this, you know, I always kind of feel nervous sort of settling in and you know, making friends with people in the band. And in the words of Paul Andrews, the conductor, I did feel like part of the furniture towards the end of the process. Like I was so welcomed by the band, and I really appreciate that. Having a laugh backstage before walking on, I've missed that. Having a laugh with like people who stood next to you, and like that little nervous feeling you get before walking on stage, that little flutter in your belly, like the butterflies. And then finally getting the go-ahead to walk on stage, and the audience was clapping, and oh, and I did tear up. You know, there was so much talent on that stage, and like I would have felt privileged being in the audience, which was the original plan. I was going to watch, I was never planning on playing, and then I got asked to play for Wingates, and I would have felt privileged being in the audience listening to that performance. Amazing. My other half, like, you know, we have this own running joke about telling each other, like, before we go on stage, like, don't be naff. You can infer what that word is. Don't be naff before going on stage. And he worked his backside off with all the solos and things he had to do, because they weren't easy parts, and he played out of his skin, and me sitting on the front row, like, I don't know if you saw that in the recording, but every time he got past a solo I know he'd been working really hard, and I'm like, yes, nailed it, which was great. And that's, you know, that's something that I really enjoy about being, you know, from a personal point of view, being in a, you know, a banding relationship. You know, when one of us does well, that kind of pride of, you know, because we know, you know, living with each other, we know how much work has gone into that performance, and I know how much work he put into that. So just from a personal point of view, it was nice to not just see it from the audience, him absolutely nailing his pieces. It was nice to be like sitting in front of it and actually being a part of the experience. You know, I could hear it even better because I was sat in front of it. Not that you need to sit next to a sock player to hear them. And yeah, and like even things like just going for a pint afterwards with a band and speaking to people and having that conversation and a laugh. Yeah, so we've come to the end of this video. I imagine this is going to probably be a long one. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and the only other thing that's left for me to do is to thank Martin Gernin and all the organisers of the Brass Pass Festival of Brass event. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to play, and for an opportunity for us to listen to brass bands. I thoroughly enjoyed the day, and like I say, I really wish I could just rewind and do it again. I'm probably going to watch the replay tonight, just because I want to see it from an audience point of view, and kind of just because I want to relive it again, even though it was only yesterday. And also a massive, massive thank you has to go to the Wingates Band. You know, thank you for asking me in the first place to take part. Thank you for making me feel so welcome and having a laugh. And I hope you were all proud of yourselves, because my God, it was so good. From my point of view, it was a really good performance. And just thank you for letting me be a part of it. I am really grateful. I'd also like to say thank you to Adam Taylor, who arranged a lot of the pieces for the gig, specifically for Millionaire Waltz. And that arrangement made me feel, I felt like Freddie Mercury. I was only playing second cornet, but that is the beauty of his writing, that every single part in those pieces you feel like you're doing something, you feel like you're not just sitting there playing nunchucks or playing something that doesn't feel important, like actually having the tune on back row and having something that makes you feel excited to play. Really appreciate that. Thank you. You are a genius. You made this Queen-obsessed bander incredibly happy learning to play that piece. So thank you for that, and all your other pieces are amazing as well, but Millionaire Waltz was an absolute standout for me, so thank you very much for that. And thank you to you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it won't be too long till I have an opportunity to vlog some more banding, proper banding content. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel, and please hit that little bell so you can be notified every time that I upload a video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.